What is good, friends? Yes, my base is getting toasted. As you can see, it's dying and it's dead. Okay, so I relocate, I heal, and what I want to talk about, friends, is what happened when you get burned. Is there a life after being burned? That's a silly question, you may ask, but I asked this myself the very first time I got destroyed. I remember it was a long time ago. I was brand new into this game. I was part in a small alliance in a level 1 city, and I thought I had a great base, some strong troops, but somebody went and burned me just like that. I was devastated. I almost cried, and I almost want to uninstall the game. I was shocked, but I thought about it, and now getting burned is part of the game. It's routine. Okay, if you didn't get burned yet, it's because you didn't play this game long enough, and you learn from your mistake if you did a mistake, or you learn from how did I do the right thing? Did I defend my base properly? That's when you learn the most. Okay, so that scenario is when both fort opened in the San Francisco event, the Theater of Conquest. So just to put you into context, we move from server 8, and the Beowulf from server 15 are facing the Kill Alliance from server 12 and Red Label from server 4. So they are trying to push us out of the middle circle, the fortress circle. We want that fortress as well, and we want to rob those fortress from them to gain total control of that middle circle. So we're both pushing forward, and right now it seems like, no offense to Beowulf, I mean, it's just stating a fact that this battle is involving us versus two teams, and Beowulf is coming a little bit later. They help us quite a bunch, but they were not the most active during that sequence, if I shall say. Okay, so now, first question you need to ask yourself when you're getting burned: can you get back in the fight? Do you have what it takes? What do I mean by that is, do you have enough reserves? Do you have time to recover from being destroyed? What I mean is, do you have access to buff so you can recover faster? I talk about reserves, of course. Do you still have buff that you can use? So let's say that you took the Bastion of Arms, and together we stand. Those buff, I think they last a few hours, so you can still use those buff if you have time. Why not? Okay. And can you teleport in time? So do you have enough resources or stuff to come back into the fight and help your friends? Because if you're just farming away, you're not helping anyone. And when you come back into the fight, you have to be smart. If you teleport right into the middle of the action with a burnout base, be careful, because the enemy, if they're smart enough, they will target you first. Okay? The human being is naturally a lazy person, and it will always go the easy route. So the easy route is to burn a strong base that is already burned down, because after a certain amount of time you're destroyed, you can no longer come back in the fight. So you have to choose the right place where you want to base yourself. And once you base yourself, ideally behind your friends, now you use your troops to support your friends. So either use your artillery to defend, or send your troops into an army group, or even better yet, make an army group, make a fast group, artillery group, it doesn't matter, but that's how you stay in the fight without getting burned again. Okay, and if you can stand there for a half an hour, 1 hour, then your base will recover a little bit, and then you can proceed to be a little bit more aggressive. But just to make sure you understand is, be careful when you come back into the fight with a burnout base. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know. Do you have what it takes to come back and be active in the fight? Then when you get back in the fight, try to protect your base by sending it a bit far away from that battlefield, and use your unit to help your friends. Now, while you're watching this, is you're wondering, are we making progress? Right now, it seems that the enemy is controlling us or burning us, which is the case. But the difference is when the fort just opened, and as of right now, the enemy is already losing some steam. Okay, they expend a lot of resources, a lot of troops to burn us. The thing is, we have a bunch of a strong base that needs a lot of effort to burn, and that costs a lot. And keep in mind that before the fortress opened, we've been farming for 5 days because of how the map layout was for us. And so basically we are full reserves. What you see right now, 8,907 reserves, that's pretty much what I have right now. And I took out a lot of troops with those. Okay, so yeah, so we're holding the line, as we can say. And I want you to enjoy a bit of the action while I talk about the tactic. So this is one scenario, okay? The most common scenario where you want to counter attack and you just got burned is when you want to save a village, okay? So friends, listen up. This is very important. This game is based on teamwork. You will never achieve anything alone, okay? You need to learn how to work with your buddies in the game. Okay, so let's say that your village is getting overrun, somebody set it ablaze, and it's slowly burning away. Now you're already out of the game because you've been destroyed and a couple of friends were destroyed as well. Now you need to ask yourself, what can we do to save this village? Okay, this is important because if, let's say that you take the initiative to come back and try to save this village alone with a burnout base, you're not gonna go far. The enemy will wait for you and will burn you, and if somebody else jump right after you, they will burn you one by one easily. You want to make it hard for the enemy to burn you. So the best thing is let an officer organize a counter attack. If there's no officer online for a good moment, then maybe you're in the wrong alliance. Okay, if there's an officer on duty, he have the duty to organize a counterattack, set a time, set a place for a counterattack, so everybody jump together. Okay, doesn't matter if there's only a few burnout base, the whole group by itself will achieve something rather than jumping one by one. So that's how you counterattack. You want to shock the enemy. You want to do a bold move, bold statement by jumping all together. That's how you win this game. One by one, it's not gonna work. Okay, so this is another scenario where you have to work together. Okay. So as you can see, the enemy is still coming in strong number, but we're doing fine, I guess. This was midnight, so almost 1 UTC, 1 hour after the reset. And when I'll show you the footage live of where we stand right now, you'll see that we did pretty good. So this guy, Sun Quan, you see, he did the mistake. I don't want to knock him in because that's not the point, but you see that this base, it's almost empty. He did the mistake of trying to defend too aggressively by leaving units outside, and that was his demise. That was the mistake. Then the enemy see that. That's you're inviting the enemy to burn you while your base is almost empty. So I've said it a lot of time. Be careful when you defend. You want to make sure that you keep your troops inside your base. You want to avoid losing all your troops, because if the enemy is waiting for you with super heavies and howitzer, you better start praying, because you're not gonna last long. Okay? If you're about to get destroyed, at least try to eliminate as much units as possible. But if you lose all your troops, only you die. So we're sending bombers to try to take out a lot of units, especially those howitzer. They're really not durable. And now you see I'm gonna use a troop expansion, the medium one, so I can have a maximum amount of units inside my base. So yep, this guy is getting destroyed. And you see this guy Ducpo here, he's really strong. He's more than 200 million power. He will get destroyed as well. It doesn't matter, you get destroyed, you come back if you can. And this was my my first time in action with the new officer, Saber of Nation. He's pretty good, I must admit. I did a video on that. If you didn't see this video yet, I invite you to go watch it. Just simply click on the upper right portion of the screen for the test I did. So yeah, you see this guy, he's staying inside his base. There's no point of trying to leave your base, trying to attack the enemy when you're surrounded like that. There's so much you can do. I'm really trying to harass those artillery. And this time I was too aggressive. I shouldn't stay in that spot. Now I lost everything, but no big deal. I'm kind of far away. I'm out of danger right now. And this is extremely costly for the enemy, like standing there and getting all those troops destroyed. Like I said, those artilleries, like howitzer, rocket truck, they take quite some time to train. And if the enemy is far away from you, by the time they retrain and reach the destination again, a lot of things can pass by. So you want to keep the momentum of destroying them, slow them down as much as possible until they lose steam and they lose their momentum. So this is when you can reorganize and counterattack them. So this guy, yeah, he did the right thing. He's getting burned no matter what. You see there's a lot of firepower around him, but at least he got enough troops inside his base to inflict a significant amount of damage. So this is the point now that the enemy is slowing their advance. They're not, they don't have the same amount of troops on the battlefield, and they're moving much slower. I'm gonna use my bomber to finish this guy off. Right there, easy kill. Only one pass and he will be gone. That's it. Now the game is, can you imagine the amount of lag when there's so much enemy? It was hard for us. It was hard for everybody. And I hope that the new update 5.0 will eliminate that kind of lag. The developer, they promise us a lot of things. I hope that they will deliver. Ooh, I did a mistake there. So yeah, you see my bomber in action. One by one, we're picking them off. And once that they don't have enough artillery to burn a base, then they have no choice to retreat. And this is when you want to push. Oh yeah. Now you see they're retreating. They said, well, we don't have the upper end anymore. And this guy with the artillery on your right, yep. He just disappeared like that. Props to server 12 and server 8. They kept us busy. It was a real nice fight. You guys rock. That's what makes the game enjoyable. Nobody wants to farm forever. We need action. We're a fighting alliance. We like to fight. So now we're organizing the counterattack. We're moving in with super heavies. It's our turn to counter them. So that's pretty much it, guys. I have some more footage to show you, but now let's see right now live where we stand in the game. So as you can see, guys, we are doing well, I think. So this is the fort that we took. And this is the fort that Beowulf took when they became up for grab. And we pushed, we built like right there. I'm not going to show you any further because this footage is really recent. So basically, we cleaned them pretty good there. All the red and orange are now pink, and teal, is that the color? So that's it. So we pushed those both alliance out of the middle circle. We will grab both blockhouse, or either way, we'll manage with our allies. But yeah, the lesson learned, guys, never give up. So the enemy is pushing and you can come back. You still have some playtime. Come back, help your friends, but be wise, be smart. How you do your counterattack, how you place your base, work with your teams, make some group, protect your base, and eventually the enemy will run out of steam and they will have to retreat. And that's how you win. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. As soon as the rain will stop into the game, we will get into action and we will continue our cleaning. Thanks for watching and be safe, guys. Bye.